You are welcome. This is the Messiah Revelation Ministry, Prophetic End Time Ministry. Today we are looking at a major issue. We are looking at the escalation in the proxy war going on in Ukraine. There has been a major escalation. June the 1st, 2025, there was an attack by Ukraine, and the attack targeted Russia's strategic bombers. And as a result of the attack, a significant part of Russia's aircraft have been destroyed. And these are not just ordinary aircraft. These are aircraft that implicate Russia's nuclear triad. The aircraft that are capable of carrying nuclear bombs. And so it is a major escalation. It happened deep inside Russia, and it was done through innovation. Containers were smuggled into Russia, and drones were activated remotely, and the drones were able to hit Russia's airfields, including those airfields that are protected. They are located deep inside Russia. So it's a major escalation. It's unprecedented, and it is a humiliation to Russia, a superpower with that type of capability, and suffering such a humiliation, being exposed. The weaknesses of Russia's defenses are exposed. But most significantly, that escalation, Russia's airfields being set on fire and aircraft destroyed, and that is a red line because Putin had a major change in Russia's nuclear doctrine. An attack on Russia's nuclear forces or assets, whether it is by a conventional means or by a nuclear means, will be considered as a nuclear attack, and Russia will respond with nuclear weapons. This is a major facet of Russia's nuclear doctrine. It's a pillar in the nuclear doctrine, a revised nuclear doctrine. An attack on Russia's nuclear assets, whether it is conventional or nuclear, will be considered as an attack, a nuclear attack, of course, and that will trigger a nuclear response. So we will update you on the consequences of the June 1st, 2025 Ukrainian attack inside Russia, targeting Russia's bombers, targeting Russia's airfields, and doing considerable damage to Russia's capabilities, particularly air capabilities and nuclear capabilities. So we'll give you an update, and this is an unprecedented event, and geopolitically is going to change the dynamics of the war in Ukraine, and it will impact the prospects of peace in the Russian Ukrainian war. What are the prophetic implications? And when we talk about the prophetic implications, I'll remind you about visions that I've received regarding Ukraine and Russia. And you know the vision of unquenchable fire. I saw the vision the same day, February 22nd, 2022, when Russia entered Ukraine for the first time. and I saw fire burning, and the fire was unquenchable. I saw a mushroom a cloud, a nuclear a cloud, and the war is still going on. And so the vision of unquenchable fire regarding Ukrainian war is a prophetic guide indicating that the war in Ukraine is unquenchable and it will linger for a while. It is unquenchable and it has prophetic implications because we are living in the days of the sounding of the final trumpet of heaven. And that is another implication. Whatever is going on in Ukraine is part of the end time events. Whatever is going on in Israel is part of the end time events. Whatever is happening to America is part of the end time events because nations will have to fall to fulfill Daniel 2:44 prophecy. And so we are living in the days of the sounding of the final trumpet of heaven. And if you have been watching the channel, we have been talking about the sounding of the final trumpet of heaven. It is also based upon a vision that I received August 27, 2013. And so whatever happens, whatever is happening, should not be disregarded. We should look at all those events in the context of the sounding of the final trumpet of heaven. The Lord reveals his secrets to his servants based upon Amos chapter 3, verse 7. And whatever is happening in Ukraine is happening because the final trumpet of heaven, the trumpet of judgment has already sounded, and the Messiah is on his way coming to execute judgment in the world. Meanwhile, the prophecies given by his prophets will have to be fulfilled. And then you see that the Lord is a Lord who knows the end from the beginning. He is the Alpha and Omega. He is the Ancient of Days. And he let me know on August 27, 2013, that the final trumpet of heaven has sounded. And February 22nd, 2022, he let me know that there's a fire in Ukraine and that fire is unquenchable. And June 1st, 2025, you saw what happened. Ukraine doing an unprecedented damage to Russia, attacking Russia's bombers deep inside Russia using drones, and drones were smuggled into Russia in containers thanks to artificial intelligence, thanks to innovation. Now you see the dynamics of the war, and that is an indication of the war that is coming, World War III, and that will trigger prophetic events and that are prophesied in the book of Revelation. Lucifer's time is short. You should know that. And because his time is short, his agents are trying to complete the assignments that are given to them. And the agents are principalities and powers. They are fallen angels, and they are helping nations in the world to do research, particularly in nuclear industry, um, manufacture and production of weapons that will be used to destroy the world, because Satan has a mandate, his own manifesto, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And war is a major means of destruction, particularly a war that will be global in nature and a war that will be nuclear in nature. So Putin's nuclear doctrine is now in focus. It is now in plain sight. Any attack on Russia's nuclear forces, whether the attack is conventional or nuclear, will be responded, and it will be retaliated it will suffer retaliation, and it will receive a response from Russia, and that response, Putin said, will be a nuclear response. So we are here to see what Putin will do, what Russia will do, and having suffered a major humiliation, an attack coming inside Russia, destroying a significant part of Russia's bombers, strategic bombers. And some people are estimating that it could be 30%, 40%, or 50% of the bombers in Russia. And regardless of the number, it is a humiliation, and it is an exposure of a major weakness in Russia's defense, particularly defense of her airfields and strategic bombers. If Ukraine is able to set them on fire inside Russia, then a lot of question marks are raised. The prophetic implication is that we are in the days of the sounding of the final trumpet of heaven. And so if there's war today, don't be surprised. If there's nuclear war, don't be surprised prophetically. And don't be surprised because Putin has said that there will be a nuclear response if there is a conventional or a nuclear attack that does a significant damage to Russia, in a way that would put a threat or pose a threat to Russia's existence. That will be an existential threat to Russia. Of course, if you are setting Russia's nuclear bombers on fire, and if you are setting Russia's airfields on fire deep inside Russia, of course, that is an existential threat to Russia. And based upon Russia's nuclear doctrine, Russia will respond. And so a red line has been crossed. It was crossed on June the 1st, 2025, and we are here to see how Russia will respond, and we'll give you an update on that. But here we are telling you that these things have to happen because Daniel powers will have to fall based upon Daniel 2:44, because a kingdom that is everlasting is coming, and that is the kingdom of the Messiah, Yeshua, that is coming very soon. And we see the glimpses of the events, the Daniel events, and then the apocalyptic events spoken of in the book of Revelation. Unquenchable fire, referring to the war or referencing the war in Ukraine on February 22nd, 2022. And then you also have to remember that Russia is not fighting Ukraine. Russia is fighting NATO, and America is part of NATO. And so you also remember the vision that I posted some time ago, August 22nd, 2018. It was a vision where Russia was going to strike United States in 30 minutes time. And I woke up from the vision, and America had 30 minutes to respond in that vision that was given to me on August 22nd, 2018. The Bible has told us, the word of the Lord has told us that when they say peace, peace, then there is sudden destruction. 2024 presidential elections in America, President Trump said that he has to come to be the president of America to prevent World War III. And when he came, truly, he decided to engage in peaceful resolution of the the Ukrainian conflict. and also the Iranian conflict. And so you thought there would be peace, but the Bible is saying that when there is a call for peace, there will be sudden destruction. The June 1st, 2025, Ukrainian attack inside Russia came on the eve of peace talks involving United States and Ukraine, Russia, peace talks in Turkey, and people were expecting that there will be peaceful resolution of the conflict. But the Bible has told us when they say peace, peace, don't listen. It means sudden destruction will come. And don't let anybody deceive you. Matthew 24, verse 4. And those who say there's peace, peace, don't let them deceive you. It's significant for me to remind you that on July the 20th, 2018, and I had a vision. In the vision, and I saw the president of America signing the real world order. Uh, the, the Lord was speaking to me prophetically in a parable. The real world order is the new world order. It was signed by the president of America, and the vision was given to me on July the 20th, 2018. I've already done a video about it, and it was signed by then President Trump, who was president of America in 2018. And so when the same president talks about peace and tranquility. When the world is talking about peace and tranquility, the Bible, the word of the Lord is telling you that don't pay attention to them, because in the end of days, many people will come. They'll be wearing the robes of popes. They will be speaking like doves, but they will be acting like hawks. And the final trumpet of heaven has sounded, and don't listen to a president, don't listen to a pope, don't listen to a pastor. You have to be guided by the word of the Lord. When they say peace and tranquility, peace and safety, then there is sudden destruction. Ukraine has targeted Russia inside Russia, setting Russia's bombers, nuclear bombers on fire, and doing damage to Russia's oil fields, and striking a bridge inside Russia, destroying, derailing a train inside Russia. Unprecedented major humiliation to Russia, and also a nuclear event. It's a nuclear event because this is an attack on Russia's nuclear assets, and it's a nuclear event because based upon Russia's revised nuclear doctrine, and this type of event uh, be should be countered with a nuclear response. So we are waiting to see what the response will be. But meanwhile, you need to prepare yourself, because prophetically we are living in the days of the sounding of the final trumpet of heaven. The Lord does nothing. He reveals his secrets to his servant, the prophet. It's my obligation to relay the secrets to you. And the secret is that the final trumpet of heaven, the trumpet of judgment, spoken of in the book of Revelation, Revelation chapter 11, Revelation chapter 8, that trumpet has sounded. That's why you see all the things going on in the world. Lucifer knows his time is short, and the son of perdition, the Antichrist, is about to be revealed, including the false prophet. And that's why you see all the major things going on in the world. Is there's not only wars and rumors of war, have been witnessing actual war, and in this case is the war in in Ukraine is a nuclear war in disguise, because there's a war between America and Russia, the two major nuclear powers in the world, and we are inching closer to a time when a finger will be on a trigger. And when that finger is on the trigger, then we are close to Armageddon. We are not talking about the final Armageddon. The final Armageddon will be a war between Yeshua, who is coming, and the Antichrist, who is coming very soon. And on that day, the day of the Lord, that one day in the battle of Armageddon, Yeshua, commander of the hosts of heaven, the saints in heaven, and the angels in heaven, they will defeat the Antichrist in the battle of Armageddon. Meanwhile, a tribulation is coming, and Satan is going to stage a war, an Armageddon. It will be nuclear in form, and we are seeing glimpses of it, and Ukraine is in plain sight. The fire in Ukraine is unquenchable, and Ukrainian attack on Russia on June the 1st, 2025 is just giving you notice for you to prepare. Some of you will be preparing, buying food, and some of you will be in your bunkers. I'm talking about those who are aware of what is happening. I'm talking about the hawks, the neocons. I'm talking about those who are doing the bidding for Lucifer. I'm talking about those who profit from war, the merchants of war. I'm talking about the military industrial intelligence complex that rule America and that are interested in war. And I'm talking about the merchants of war. Your time has come. But I'm also reminding you that the time of the Gentiles is now, and everything is in course. Everything is in focus. Everything is on course, because whatever is happening is not evidence of anarchy in the kingdom of the Most High. Prophecy is being fulfilled. The final trumpet of heaven has sounded. The new world order has been signed. A vision was given to me on July the 20th, 2018, and the President Trump, who was president at that time, was the man I saw putting his signature on the new world order, and he is now also the president of America, and under his watch, we have seen Ukraine doing a big damage, havoc to Russia at a time when President Trump said Putin is crazy and they are playing with fire. And the fire is coming and it will be unquenchable. But for you, you have to worry for your soul, where your soul will be, because a day will come when your soul will do an accounting before Elohim, and that is the day of judgment. Hebrews 9:28 says that it's appointed unto the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, to come again the second time for those who are waiting on him. When you hear wars and rumors of war, you need to seek the Lord when he is near, because a time will come when the tribulation will come, but the Lord will save his people. Come out of here, my people, come out of Babylon. You have to watch. The time that is coming is perilous times. We are already in perilous time as we watch NATO war, proxy war in Ukraine, a final war between Russia and America. Thank you. I will do another video, part 2, to give you an update on the escalations in Ukraine and the prophetic implications of a fire that is unquenchable based upon revelation. Thank you very much. My email is raptureafrica@yahoo.com. I'm leaving it in the description box.